Hello, everyone. I am so excited to have you here today. I have Marci with AmaWaterways to talk about the Danube and the cruise that I am inviting you to join me on for New Year's. So, Marci, I'd love for you to tell us all about the Danube.
Thank you so much, Erin, and thank you everyone for taking time out of your busy schedule to join us. We sure appreciate it. And I think our journey this evening is going to just show you some of the beautiful sights and the beautiful topography that the Danube River offers. Just to give you an idea, the Danube is the largest river in Western Europe, and Erin will be on board December 27th through January 2nd on the beautiful AmaViola ship. And this is a picture of the beautiful AmaViola ship as it is traveling down the Danube, and you can see the castle remnants and the beautiful, this actually is right outside of Dürnstein, Germany, but you can see the beautiful vineyards. It's a lovely, lovely river. And I wanted to show you on board the Viola how we have our dining program. So here is, and it's panoramic, you can see on both sides of the river, but we have different sized tables and different styles of seating. One thing that has changed on Ama after the pandemic and our new protocols are in place is that there will be, you never had to go through a buffet before anyway. We were one of the only ones on the river that had full menus for every meal. And now what we will have is just what we call food stations, and our wait staff will definitely take your order, do everything for you, and you can have just exactly whatever you want. So it makes it a little bit easier. And this is the library, and the library is located right outside the main show lounge area. And the lounge area, we do a lot of different things in, but the library is wonderful because it has a fireplace. And it's nice and toasty. I'm thinking, you know, the 27th of December might be a little bit cool. So this will be a wonderful gathering place. People really, really love this area. And then back here in the lounge area, this is where we have our entertainment from the regions. This is also where we get, many people just gather here. It's kind of like, if I could say it, like a living room, because we at AmaWaterways really want everyone to feel like they're part of our family. And when you come in from your tours in the afternoon or you're getting ready to go out in the morning, many people will gather here and just visit. And in the afternoons, they'll talk about what they saw that day and what they did. So it's a gathering place. And I want you to ring in the new year with us. That would be us being Erin and AmaWaterways. This is one of just the many different things that we offer on the New Year's sailings. I myself have been on a New Year's sailing, and it was absolutely spectacular. We do everything in the evenings. I'm going to show you some pictures. We have New Year's Eve, we have a beautiful dinner and a cocktail reception and some entertainment. And then, of course, as we bring in the new year, there's all kinds of surprises that come with it. So let's talk about the holidays on the Danube. Bringing magic to the holidays. That's exactly what it's like over the Christmas New Year's holiday when you are on board. Now, I love this picture. I have to tell you that I don't want you to worry, because I have been now this time of year sailing about, I mean, I've been once over the New Year's holiday, but many, many times in December, and not very often do we see this much snow. So not to worry. But I want to show you the itinerary. So we are going from Budapest, Hungary, all the way up the Danube through Bratislava, Vienna, Dürnstein, Weissenkirchen, all the way up through Linz to Passau, and then on to Vilshofen. And that is where we will disembark the ship. And then you can go on to Regensburg and choose to do a land program into Prague in the Czech Republic. And I have to tell you, if you're going to be over there and you've got the time, this is a wonderful time to go. Prague is probably, I think, one of the most beautifully preserved medieval cities in the entire, all the countries of Europe. And it is absolutely beautiful, very clean. I call it the city of bridges, because you can literally look from one bridge and see 6 bridges all the way around the city that connect the neighborhoods with the old town of Prague. And the Czech Republic also has its own currency, so it is extremely, extremely affordable when you're there. And this is one of our many beautiful ships during the holiday season. I love it. They did not miss any turns, believe me. Everything is decorated beautifully, and each ship is a little bit different. I'm going to show you some more pictures in here that are of a different ship and maybe some different colors that are traditions of the holiday. But what you're looking at is you're looking at the front desk or reception area right here. And on both sides of the ship, I think this is really special and important. On both sides of the ship, you're going to have these doors. So you never have to walk completely around the vessel to get off or on. And we dock on both different sides many times, so it makes it very, very convenient for the guest. And you probably will still have some caroling the 27th of December, I bet. So our crew members love to have fun with our guests, and they do a lot of caroling, and they do some really wonderful different holiday surprises while you're on board. And this is a different ship. You can see how this one is decorated much differently with the golds and the beautiful bronze colors with the big tree. Again, our ships, for the most part, for Europe, all of the ships are built the same. So you have the reception area always in here. This takes you back through the library and into the main lounge area. And what I want to also point out is that our ships do have elevators. So if someone maybe doesn't have the ability to necessarily walk the steps as you're looking right here, there's an elevator located right beside it. And now let's go to our destinations, because I haven't been there in a long time and I'm ready to go. So let's go to Budapest, and Budapest is in Hungary, and Hungary is known for paprika. I don't know how many people know that, but they have over 200 kinds of paprika. And this is a wonderful gift to bring back for people, because they have paprika like we've never seen over here in the US. It is really an unmatched combination of cultures. It's a very diverse city. There's there's a place called the Old Town, and you can take a funicular to the Old Town and view it. But when you're there over the New Year's holiday or heading into the New Year's Eve holiday, all of the lights will be lit up, and the Christmas markets, some of them will still be open. So, but you will be seeing beautiful decorations, because they don't take these down really until usually after the first of the year. So you'll get to experience the markets as well. And then in Budapest, there's a place called the Great Market Hall. And Great Market Hall is a 4-story building about the size of a block. And they have one of everything in this hall. So everybody shops there for everything. Very different than us over here. We go to one mall and then we go to a separate store, and then you can buy groceries, gifts, luggage, you name it. You can buy it in the Great Hall. And then the other thing that is most beautiful about Budapest is the Parliament. And we actually see the Parliament at night, and it is lit up. It is magnificent in itself. The architecture is just amazing. And the beautiful part is, while you're there, you will get to see the beautiful architecture, but you'll also have all the Christmas lights to back it up. So beautiful city, wonderful city with lots of things to offer. And then we'll make a quick stop. I didn't put a picture of Bratislava in here. I really don't have a great one of Bratislava. And in fact, it is one of my favorite little cities. And it's the capital city of Slovakia. And remember, you had the Czech Republic, which basically separated out to become their own country, and then you had Slovakia that separated from that. So Slovakia, it was a small city, but it hosted the crowning ceremonies of 11 Hungarian kings. So it's a very known city, but I think it's a beautiful, beautiful smaller city. And it's surrounded by the vineyards and the mountains. And then we take you on into Vienna, Austria. And as we know, this is the city of waltzes. It offers a majestic opera house, and it has the formal imperial palace of the Habsburgs, which were a very prominent family in Europe that had castles everywhere you went, in every country, and a lot of history. But also in Vienna, You will see there's 22 markets in Vienna. So there is lots in Vienna. It is a very, very up and coming city. It's a very beautiful city that has multitudes of things to do. So we spend time in Vienna. We give you lots of time in Vienna because there is, I mean, you know, it's really also known for its music. And you have lots of times to stroll, a lot of time to stroll the city. We're going to take you on a city tour, of course, but you've got lots of time to stroll the city and really experience and see the beauty of the city. But I will tell you, Vienna during the holiday season, I think is one of the most beautiful cities, again, in Europe, because Vienna has a city center. And so the streets run diagonally off this city center, and every single street is decorated different for the holiday season. So this, in Vienna, Swarovski crystal was invented or created and started there, and they have two of the streets leading to the city center, city square, and they do them in crystals. And one of them is crystal chandeliers that swing with the breeze and sparkle like diamonds. I mean, it is absolutely breathtaking. And then the next street over will be beautiful red lights. And there are these great big Christmas bulbs. And then the next street over will be gold crowns. I mean, it is absolutely one of the prettiest cities that you'll see on your journey. And then we are going to go to Weisenkirchen or Grein, you may know it as Grein, and this is through the Strudegal UNESCO Wachau Valley. So this journey, the Wachau Valley is, gosh, I want to say maybe 26 miles, and we will be stopping, and you will visit Dürnstein. And Dürnstein, again, is one of my favorite all-time places. There's like one road in and one road out. It's got amazing history. There's a castle remnant at the top of the mountain where lots of historical things took place, and they'll fill you in on all of that. Dürnstein is also really known for its apricots and its different types of sweets, and they make apricots into everything. I didn't even know there were some of these things you could make apricots, but they've got beautiful little shops. They're along the main street, and you can do tastings. I mean, they have just beautiful things in Dürnstein. And then again, it is surrounded also by the vineyards. And you'll be doing wine tastings all along the way as well on some of these cities. There is one in Weisenkirchen or actually Dürnstein. We actually dock in Weisenkirchen, and then we just travel right around the corner to Dürnstein. And then we go to Linz. Oh, you know, let me go back one because I want to also tell you about one of the tours. And Dürnstein was actually established in 1410, if that gives you any idea of the history and the type of architecture, the old Roman architecture. But also you'll have the option to visit Melk Abbey. And the Abbey, you just have to do this. This is something I don't want you to miss. The Abbey in Melk was actually given to the local people, the local priests, in 1089. And it was given by a man who said, you can only have it if it is an educational learning facility. So they turned half of it into a school. And to this day, the Abbey is absolutely magnificent. It sits at the top of a mountain. It's made in yellow color. It is breathtaking. So today, the Abbey is still operational. 88 monks live in the Abbey, and we do a beautiful tour of the Abbey. And this time of year, it is so pretty. And it has the largest theological library in the world with thousands and thousands of manuscripts that are just fascinating. So you've got a lot, Dürnstein has a lot to offer as well. And then we go into Linz, and we dock in Linz, which is, as you can see, this very beautiful city with pastel colors, beautiful cathedrals, lots of history. You'll see some medieval architecture. You'll see some architecture that's quite ornate. Gothic, beautiful, beautiful little city. And what we're going to do here is you're going to have the opportunity to visit Salzburg. So we're going to take you through the countryside. It's about 2 hours and 15 minutes, but not to worry. We're going to stop in a beautiful little village called Marci in the Lake District. And this is where the church was, where Maria got married in The Sound of Music. And it is the most quaint little place. You're going to love it. One street in, one street out. Very, very small, very beautiful little place. Everything is cobblestone in the city center, beautiful little shops, and of course the cathedral, which we go visit the cathedral. And then also in the center of Salzburg is, sorry, that was Marci. Now we're on to Salzburg. And in the center of Salzburg, as you can see right here, is where the Christmas markets take place. But also Salzburg has a main street that is quite narrow. There's no cars in most of these places, no cars at all. So it's all walking, and it's the old cobblestone streets. You know, some of these streets are 1,000 years old. It's the old cobblestone streets, but they've got every kind of shop you can imagine. Coffee cafes, the chocolate shops have their doors open. You will absolutely love Salzburg. And we do a tour in Salzburg that takes you the entire way of The Sound of Music. So very, very, very beautiful. Oh, excuse me, Sound of Music. Yes, The Sound of Music. But also, we visit Mozart's home here. You have the opportunity to visit Mozart's home and Mozart's museum. And then we go on to Passau, Germany. This is known as the City of Three Rivers because it is where the Danube, the Inn, and the Ilz River all come together to create one river. And you will have a lot of Italian, Baroque, and Gothic cathedrals and architecture. And there's a 13th century fortress in Passau that is absolutely amazing and beautiful. And again, you know, you see this picture of Passau with all the snow. I have to tell you, I've never seen Passau in snow. Even the many times I've been there through the December month, but maybe it'll be lucky and you'll see some snowflakes. I tell you, the most amazing time I ever saw snow was I was standing in the square in Salzburg, and a few snowflakes just started to fall, and it was so amazing. It just gives you such a wonderful feeling of tradition. And let me tell you, they celebrate the holidays, whether it be Christmas or New Year's, in beautiful ways along the river. Everything is lit up, and remember, the days are going to be a little bit shorter because it is the winter season. So the sun is going to start setting about 4-ish, 4:30-ish. And as you're traveling the river, you're watching all the lights come on, and you're watching for New Year's, you're going to see along the river, as you're getting to your destination, you're going to see fireworks going off starting very early in the day, and they just keep them going all the way down the river. And then, of course, you will see a fireworks display New Year's Eve, and it looks to me like you will be in Austria for New Year's Eve. So you will bring it in style. And some of the countries over there, it's quite interesting. Some of the countries don't do their celebration at midnight, bringing in the new day or the new year. They do it at 1 a.m., which I found to be so interesting. Not all countries do that, but some countries do. So you will get a beautiful, beautiful viewing of a whole big fireworks display along the Danube as you're traveling for New Year's Eve. And in Passau, we also have an Oktoberfest for you. So, you know, Oktoberfest really actually takes place in Germany in September. I never quite understood that, but it does take place in September, and but not at AmaWaterways. We have an Oktoberfest every week. So we bring in the German dancers, we do the beer tasting, the pretzel tasting, we bring in the music, they do some lessons. It is so much fun, and it's right at the dock. So you walk straight from the dock right to your Oktoberfest, like, I don't know, 10 steps along the edge of the river. So really a fun thing to celebrate in Passau as well. And then at the end, you're going to dock in Vilshofen. And I just told you the wrong thing. We do the Oktoberfest in Vilshofen. I'm so sorry. We do it in Vilshofen. It's just right down the way from Passau, very, very close. And we do the Oktoberfest there. Sorry, the private Oktoberfest. And Vilshofen is a very small city. It is a very unique city in that pretty much the city itself is on one side of the river. And so everything is very close. It's located in the Bavarian forest, and that's where we'll be disembarking the vessel. And then you have the option, as I was talking about Prague earlier, to do a 3-night Prague extension. I say take the time and do it. You're not ever sure when you're really going to be back there. But the Czech Republic is known for many things, but really known for its jewelry and its crystal. And it's hand-blown crystal. And what you're looking at here is one of the many beautiful, beautiful cathedrals with the very high steeples. And you're seeing right into the center of the city because that's where the Christmas market takes place. So Christmas market at that point will probably all be coming down. They probably will be done and maybe not open, but you'll get to see the lights and the energy that it brings for the tradition of the seasons. And here it is again. This just shows you kind of a different view. This is city center, and it absolutely is just an amazing city. And the bridges, as I mentioned, I call it the city of bridges. The bridges connect the neighborhoods to the city center. So yes, you have some neighborhood here. You will have people that will be living in these beautiful homes here. Sometimes some of them will be museums, some of them will be shops, but also the outer city is really where the neighborhoods are, and the bridges bring it all together. And this is the old town square in Prague. You will see at all times there will be, these are like restaurants you see along the way. You'll always see little kiosks with wonderful little gifts, you know, the historical things that the Czech Republic is known for. And as I mentioned, a lot of that will be the crystal, and they make beautiful jewelry, and they make crystal jewelry, which is exceptional. So another thing, oops, sorry, to really get to enjoy in that area. I wanted to also show you some of the beautiful holiday treats that we do, and the Black Forest cherry cake is one of very many. And the glue vine during the holiday season is very, very popular. This is a mulled wine, and every city kind of has its own recipe. Every Christmas market, every booth has its own recipe, but this will be something nice and warm for you to enjoy while you're there and on board. And then the Stalin bread, oh my gosh, I don't know if you've ever had Stalin bread, but it's got raisins and nuts, and it's this homemade bread. And let me tell you, their sweets over there are not sweet like our sweets. They don't use near as much sugar as we do, but the Stalin bread, the dough isn't really sweet, but then they put this powdered sugar on the top that is just amazing. Beautiful, beautiful bread. And then this is one of the culinary experiences. Many times through the holidays over there, you will have duck. And this is just one of the things showing you all of the different culinary experiences through the holiday season. What you will have is every single day your menu will change on board the ship, and it will represent the region that you're traveling. And then your wines will change exactly as well, so that you really can immerse yourself in the local culture and the local culinary experiences. So each day in the region, those all change. And I love this picture, a feast for all senses. You see them cooking outside, you see them cooking in their little cafes with the doors open. And I just love this because this goes on the entire, from about the 3rd week of November all the way through past the 1st of the year. And there we are. And this is one of, I love these fireworks. This was the AmaLea, which is a sister ship to the one that you'll be traveling on. But this is the fireworks display in one of the cities in Germany. So I thought I would share that because literally you're sitting right there that close. You can sit on the top deck of the ship up here and watch the fireworks go off. It is absolutely magnificent. So New Year's Eve will be one memory that you will never, ever, ever forget. And this is fun because this was one of our New Year's Eve groups, and they, it's so funny because they brought their blow up balloons to celebrate the year, and they went as a group. It was a bunch of friends and family. And there we go. There's Erin's contact information, and she can answer any questions you have. She is an expert in her field. She's an advisor. They spend a lot of time on education and on learning the different vendors and the values that the different vendors bring to the forefront for their clients and our guests. And we really hope that you will join us for the New Year's celebration and join Erin to bring in a new year, 2022. I think we're all ready for all the positive things finally going on in 2021. But many of us spent 2020 and 2021 New Year's Eve, or 2020 New Year's Eve by ourselves, quarantined from COVID. So join us, have fun. It will create memories of a lifetime. Okay. Now I'm going to put myself back on camera and see if we have any questions. It just makes me happy talking about it. I have to tell you, I'm ready to go. I know Erin is too. It's just,
Yes, I am.
Absolutely. And it's a wonderful way to bring in a new year, but it's also a wonderful way to spend it with friends and family. So invite your friends and family. It really does create lasting memories forever. Erin, is there anything?
Thank you so much, Marci.
Yes, absolutely. I kind of took me back. That's kind of why I got sidetracked and was telling you Pastel was where we did the Oktoberfest, because I'm just taking myself on the river like I was just there. I love doing these because it makes me feel like I'm there. And it's a beautiful time of year to be there. It's magnificent.
So when are you returning?
I
No,
really wanted to return next month, and I had some personal things. I've got some weddings, so I wasn't able to go next month. And then I'm waiting to hear about August, but for sure I will be traveling in December,
Okay.
the first week of December, to celebrate the Christmas markets in France. So
wow.
yeah, I'm going to do the Rhone River. So I'm really excited about that because that's one of the rivers that I've not done Christmas markets. So it'll be something all new, which is great.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have a wonderful time.
Thank you. You too. Thank you, everyone, for your time this evening. We appreciate you. Give Erin a call. She can match you up to the perfect vacation to make sure it exceeds all of your expectations. I say, I'm so glad we don't have to wear masks anymore, and I'm looking forward to seeing you on a global trip very soon on one of our beautiful ships. Thanks so much.
Thank you.